Welcome to the small mill. What you just saw me cut up was a little bit of birch, which is one of my favorite species of all time. This stuff I've had sitting outside my shop for well over a year now, and nature has started to do its thing. It's started to spalt, which is the way I describe it to people. It's kind of like making alcohol, beer, wine, whiskey, whatever your flavor of choice is. It's a fungus that ingresses into the wood and changes its character. And in this instance, changes its character for the better. We stop the rotting by bringing it in the shop, cutting it up into boards and drying it, removing the moisture from the equation. And what we get is all this color. So a normal birch basically looks like what you see right here. And then all this dark action coming in through here is spalting. What I'm rolling on here, I'm sure you're wondering, is a product called Pentacryl. What this stuff does, I don't really know what it is in terms of its chemical makeup. I'm not an expert. But what it does is it reduces the shrinking and cracking of your boards. It goes into the cells of the wood and I believe replaces the moisture that's in there, so the water, and allows the cell structure to maintain its current shape and state, meaning the cell wall doesn't shrink as much as it would otherwise. And what that does is prevents wood movement, cracking, shrinking as the wood dries. And so you get a higher quality board out of the drying process, which at this scale is worthwhile. When we're dealing with this nice figured stuff, we don't want to waste any of this. We don't want a bunch, when you have a crotch grain like this, usually this will all just blow apart in a million different ways through that crotch grain. And by putting the Pentacryl on there, we're going to maintain the integrity of that more. We'll get less cracking, less shrinking. It won't eliminate all of it, but it will greatly reduce it, and you will yield a higher quality stick of wood. And I'll show you what I mean by how it produces a higher quality board here. This is some birch I sawed a year and a half ago and treated with Pentacryl. And you can see this is dry now. This is ready to use. I'm so excited. Beautiful book mat. See all this feathering here, and there in this one there's a little crack right here and right here, and then there's some end checking at the end, and then on this one there's a crack right there and right here, and that's it. So we get this really beautiful set here. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it. I'm thinking like a background for a crucifix or panels for a dope whiskey cabinet. Could go either way. I'm gonna go back and forth on these boards a few more times, flipping them over, and then I will stack and sticker and strap these. Tomorrow, after the Pentacryl is soaked in, I'm gonna put some emulsified wax on the end grain so that they don't lose moisture too quickly. I took the moisture content with my moisture meter, and it exceeded the upper limit of my moisture meter, so it's more than 55% moisture content, which just basically means it's sopping wet. For every inch of thickness, you need to let the wood air dry a year, is like a rule of thumb. At school where I teach, we air dry wood, and that's an air-conditioned shop, very luxurious. And stuff with the air conditioning in the summer, it keeps the humidity down, and stuff dries very quickly in there. It's very fun because we can cut 2-inch material and basically give it a full 12 months and it's ready to be made into stuff, which is a nice turnaround time at school because we can cut, stack, and sticker in the fall. And next fall, when we start the new school year, we'll have a fresh batch of slabs and material to work with to build projects with next year. So, birch, spalted, crotch, Pentacryl, air drying wood. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time at the small mill.